Today on UinFO News, we'll look at a report from investigative journalist Michael Shellenberger, who claims that a U.S. Navy F18 fighter pilot recently encountered a massive UAP, which caused his aircraft's radar and electronic systems to malfunction. In other news, the city of Piedmont, Missouri now appears to be a hotbed of UFO activity, with reports of over 500 possible sightings. This is UinFO News. The age of disclosure is here. This is UinFO News, keeping you informed. Welcome to UinFO News, your source for all the latest UFO and UAP information. I'm your host, Tony Shara. Thanks for being with us. Let's get started. Investigative journalist Michael Shellenberger is reporting that a U.S. F-18 fighter pilot encountered an enormous UAP on February 21, 2023, during a routine training mission. According to Shellenberger, the pilot reported that the UAP caused his aircraft's radar and other electronic systems to malfunction within moments of encountering the object. The pilot, who approached the ominous craft, described it as, quote, not a UAP that you would want to encounter, end quote. Let's take a look at a recent interview Shellenberger gave to News Nation describing the incident.
Yeah, well, so what we're hearing is that on February 21st of this year, an Air Force pilot had their radar and electronics malfunction at the very moment that they encountered a very large UAP that the person that gave us this information said was not a UAP that you would want to encounter, meaning that it was frightening to the pilot. The radar also showed that there were multiple UAPs in the vicinity. This is an extraordinary account. As far as I know, we're the only people that are reporting on this incident. I think it's fair to say that it's not the only incident like this. Obviously, tomorrow we're going to hear from David Fravor, who reports on the famous Tic Tac incident. But I think it gives you a sense of just how many incidents there have been that have not been reported and that have been kept secret by the U.S. military. And I think it's time for the secrecy to come to an end. I think that's one of the big takeaways here, is that whether or not you think UAPs represent some sort of alien or non-human intelligence, or whether it's just some more earthly explanation, I think the American people deserve some answers. We live in a democracy. Civilians control our military, not the other way around. And I think it's time to get some answers and put an end to this, I think, overly secretive business around UAPs that, as you mentioned, has been going on for at least 75 years.
According to Shellenberger, the pilot also reported that his radar had picked up a number of UAPs in the same area of the initial encounter. Next, we turn to the city of Piedmont, Missouri, which appears to be a hotbed of UFO activity. Following several sightings that gained attention in 1973, Piedmont is now considered the UFO capital of Missouri. Local NBC affiliate KSDK recently reported on the rise of UFO activity in the Piedmont area.
Over 500 reported sightings of UFOs in the area.
One resident said that if they had to estimate, half of the residents had seen something in the sky. Clearwater Lake kind of becomes another kind of epicenter of this. Is there's people who are reporting seeing lights above the water, they're reporting seeing lights under the water.
The FBI came in back then, and tons of military, the Air Force bases, just trying to prove that it was something explainable.
Over the years, many of these sightings have been determined to be aircraft or even weather phenomenon, but that doesn't explain why many sightings are still occurring today near Clearwater Lake.
Other encounters in Piedmont were reported near Clearwater Lake, where residents have seen strange lights above and below the water. A Piedmont resident captured one such encounter on their cell phone. Let's take a look at that incredible video.
I don't understand it.
I know, I've never seen this happen before.
It was frightening, actually, to me.
They started getting closer to us, like, something tells me we should probably go inside.
It was too close for comfort for me.
The sightings, which have taken place over the last 50 years, have become a regular occurrence for residents of Piedmont. On the next episode of UinFO News, we'll report on a recent interview that UFO whistleblower David Grush gave to the BBC on August 3rd, 2023. During the interview, Grush claimed that the heavy secrecy surrounding the UAP recovery program originated from the Manhattan Project and the potential for military weapons development from recovered materials. We'll also look at a shocking video of a triangular object flying over Havana, Cuba, that a former U.S. intel officer claims may be of alien origin. That does it for this episode of UinFO News. I want to thank you for being here as we cover the latest UFO and UAP developments. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified of new episodes. And visit us on the web at uinfonews.com, on Twitter, and follow us on social media. I'm Tony Shara, and this is UinFO News, keeping you informed.